We are back with episode 21 of the Hangout Bunker. I was watching a video the other day and I was able to grab a lot of energy from it. What it was a interview. Um, this YouTube channel called I Am, and it's spelled like I, and that's like AM, like the letter AM. I think referring to radio, and I thought that was kind of a cool play on words. But anyways, he was interviewing Andrew Tate, and essentially, it wasn't Andrew Tate that said it. It was actually the other guy. He's from India, and he essentially said that in times of self doubt or when he felt like he needed inspiration, he told himself that he had to be the bigger brother to himself, the person that tells him that he needs to visualize himself being a better person. And I was really able to grab a lot of inspiration from that because now I have the idea of another person telling me that I need to be the person that they see me, that I can also see myself as. Like, I have big visions as seeing myself as an entrepreneur and a great investor. So, especially like applying it to my studying, I now tell myself, what if I did end up just going to bed or just watching a podcast for that last 15 minutes instead of reading for that last 15 minutes or watching a video for that last 15 minutes? Or video as in like educational video. Maybe I could have grabbed a piece of information from there that would have been super eye-opening from that. But imagine if I didn't. Even if I didn't learn something super eye-opening, it'd be like the same thing if it's the middle of a Sunday like it was today and I ended up studying. But imagine if it's the middle of Sunday and you decided you could either, I don't know, maybe play games for an hour or run for an hour. You're not gonna learn how to be the best runner, but which one realistically is gonna benefit you more? Most likely going for a run outside. So that's the for me at least, it fuels me to always push to, or at least I like to say, like, push my academic caliber, the ability to read and educate myself more. And the more I read, even if I don't necessarily learn anything big, it still pushed my ability to just read more and be comfortable with perceiving words and just learning words, because it was very, very hard for me to get into reading at first. But I knew that if I push myself to just take the time and be okay with, instead of picking up the phone and worrying about Snapchatting people, because I've realized that it is just a waste of my time. It just doesn't make sense to me, and I've come to the point where I don't understand. Well, I do understand, because I used to be the same way, and I still am the same way sometimes, of course, because I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect, but like, to me, like, I don't look down on them. I don't. I never try to look down on people, unless they're just legitimately a shitty person. But like, people who value going on Snapchat and keeping up all their streaks and going on Instagram, like to me, I despise that mentality to myself. I don't despise them as a person, just that mentality. I don't want to be that way, that values something that doesn't give me or anybody else any kind of drive or like mental health boost. It rots your brain, and it just allows some other person on the internet to have some big ego boost, unless there's somebody inspirational. But even then, it's like, for as much as you can allow your feed on Instagram to be things that that might like boost your motivation, like it's only boost your motivation so much to an extent. Like like a walk, like a 15-minute walk outside, and maybe making a conversation with somebody and learning something about them that allows you to learn something about yourself is a lot more healthy I believe, no matter what, than going online on social media and just finding out what people are doing where it doesn't really matter to you. Unless you're finding out with some politician, maybe, but even then, these are just core values that have allowed me to be a better person. Ah, I'm thirsty as fuck. I got up today at I think it was about 8:30, made breakfast, and then I went to go check my laundry. I'm staying at a Super 8 right now. I don't I don't know why I just said that, because I know someone's gonna make fun of me for staying at a Super 8, of which, by all means, because this place kind of fucking sucks. But anyways, I went to go um get my laundry that was drying, and my fucking laundry basket wasn't there. It's like, God damn it, somebody stole it. And somebody did steal it. But I ended up getting it back. I'll tell you how. I ended up going to the front desk and I was like, hey, some motherfucker took my laundry basket when it was drying. Let me know if it pops up. So she was like, I'm sure I'll be able to find it. And I should have just asked her if I could just borrow a laundry basket. I don't know why I just didn't do that now. I just now had that realization that I should have just asked her to borrow one. But no, my impulsive ass, well, I had to go to the grocery store anyways. So I just ended up going to Walmart, buying a new one. I was so salty about it. I still kind of am salty about it, because she was like, oh, one of the people that works here, that lives here, must have taken it. And I was like, oh, the mother, oh. So yeah. And she told me, I won't say who, but somebody that works here, that lives here, has it. And I was like, that fucking asshole thought somebody had left it there. It's like, who the fuck are you? Like, you couldn't have just checked the dryer and just asked. They probably knew they were closing it, but they were just like, fuck it. Like, if they don't ask, I'm just gonna take a free laundry basket, which actually kind of pisses me off. And I was originally gonna ask for the $11 back that I paid for my laundry basket, my new one that I got from Walmart, but I was like, fuck it, who cares? It's just, I'm not gonna haggle because the front desk lady has been super nice to me, so I decided to be the bigger person and just let it go. But look at that, I have two laundry baskets now, and one of them I didn't need to buy, so that's pretty cool, right? Yeah, fuck me, I guess, but it is what it is. Yeah. Anyways, what else could I talk about? Um, well, I guess I guess I could add on another little point that will sprinkle on a little bit more piece of advice, or some of my more wisdomatic ideas on here. Um, some of my goals in the future are to financially um be able to move on to investing in stock trading within the next few years, and I have very big aspirations to be a successful entrepreneur. So once I move on from this and make the big scary decision to move on to trading and investing full time, that means I will very quickly have to figure out how to move my capital from that into investing into a business. And I when I realized this, it made me realize that I have an addiction of always going for the next thing, of creating a healthy dopamine high, of always shooting for the next thing that I could learn. And I'll put it to a very smaller scale. Like today, I did not want to study. I kind of wanted to lay around, but I told myself, if I just make this healthy breakfast and I went to and if I just study for a little bit, maybe I'll learn something that will be very eye opening. And I did. I ended up learning what um uh covered calls and cash secured puts are. Most of you probably won't know what that is, but it's something in stock trading. That just certain references that I didn't know, and I wanted to know how to do them. And yeah, I was at Caribou for about 6 hours, and yeah, and then I ended up kind of getting burnt out, and I didn't want to sit around from studying, so I just went outside, played basketball, and then here we are. When I got back home from playing basketball, I didn't want to sit around, so I made a podcast. Cause why not? Um, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I think that'll be all. Um, thank you for tuning in. If you stayed until the end. Um, I tried to be a little more literate than I usually am without saying too many ums and whats and ises and likes and stuff like that. But hopefully you noticed that. But if you didn't, that's fine. But yeah, yeah. Hope you guys had a good weekend. I know I did. It was a really nice weekend. We had a little bit of rain here, but didn't cancel work, which is super nice. Yeah. Peace. See you guys.